Test, test, test. Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So we see that Adidas have predicted a strong rebound in 2021, and this comes after 95% of its stores have opened globally since certain countries have lifted restrictions over the COVID-19 lockdowns. However, profits are expected to be trimmed quite modestly as it looks to divest against the Reebok brand that it bought a few years ago. Q4 sales actually rose by 1% for the German brand, and hopefully, with successful rollouts of the COVID-19 vaccinations, it will mean that these stores will not need to go back into shutdown anytime soon, at least for this year, hopefully. So, however, as I just mentioned, Adidas is looking to have a bit of a hit in profits, and this is looking to be about 250 million euros. This is at operating profit, and 200 million to net income due to costs to set up a Reebok standalone brand company. So it plans the sell-off after the unperforming brand, and this is actually 15 years after it bought the US fitness label to help compete with its rivals in the sportswear fashion brand. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes into fruition, because I've reported it on the Stockwatch before a few months ago that it is looking to separate itself from Reebok, but it's probably having a bit of a hard time in doing so, and obviously there's a bit of a long drawn out period for it to do it as well. And sticking with the fashion impetus, Louis Vuitton has expressed a cautious but confident rise in 2021 as well. As the pandemic passes, analysts expect its revenue and earnings to rise by a whopping 64% this year. So, with fashion and perfumes being its main income, will the company have to look for its other businesses to help it out, such as watches and jewelry segments? This will be very interesting in 2021 for both companies as we go into it. So just taking a look at the moment on on some statistics here. So this is Adidas, expects a strong rebound in 2021. Asia and Latin America is its main target. China, obviously being quite a big global presence with fashion and sportswear, is looking to probably get a bit more of a profit there. And as I said before, the Reebok brand having a bit of a weighty divergence on there. So I'm just looking at the market cap. It's actually on close to $75 million. This is all in euros at the moment. So just waiting to see. I've done a 5-day chart at the moment just to see the potential, and it's doing quite steady. We'll go into the chart shortly, but if we look at the analyst expectations as well, at the moment it's looking at a hold, so it looks like it's looking to perform in range or at the same pace as what analysts have said. A slight buy or outperformance there coming into fruition, but the majority is actually a hold. Excuse me. So we'll just look at Louis Vuitton as well. So it's looking at other fragrance or other companies apart from or such as fragrances to propel sales as well. As you can see, I put on a 6-monthly chart here just to see the slow progression in getting back on its feet after the lockdowns and just having a quick organic revenue growth. This is year on year. So 2018, fashion leather was its main, some of its main source of income, but now that's dropped to 3% in 2020. But it is looking at other ranges now as well: watches and jewelry, perfume and cosmetics, wines and spirits. These are other companies that Louis Vuitton will have to probably start looking into to try and get the best bang for their buck going into 2021. So just a quick look on Adidas as well. The last time I looked at it, it had a steady accentuation from the recent lockdown period when the first wave of the pandemic really hit. But now, as you can see, it's bouncing off the Ichimoku cloud as well. We did have prices trading in it, but now it's just looking to see if prices can just steer clear from it. So I'll just zoom in on the areas of interest as well. And what we're seeing here is a bit of a double false break top here. So again, if prices do start to go into this region, then we're just looking at the RSI now, and I'm seeing a slight bearish divergence. So, based on that, we could see prices start coming down slightly. So this will be a bit of a test to the top border of the Ichimoku cloud. And if that does happen, then I'll be expecting either a bounce or possibly a fall back into the cloud. If it does fall back into the cloud, then again I'll be looking at these recent lows down to the 260 range most probably, and steering clear from the 300 range, unfortunately for bulls that is. And just a quick look on Louis Vuitton. This is obviously as you can see here, another very nice trend to the upside. But again, on the RSI, we look to be at a peak at the moment, and now we're looking at a bit of an exhaustive measure. So prices are, well, could possibly start falling, but as you can see, very nicely bouncing off the Ichimoku cloud at the, well, when the first wave of the pandemic started coming to a close, and now we're trading very far away from the Ichimoku cloud, which gives a good ascension to the upside bias. So again, we'll wait and see if anything comes into fruition when the markets open, and also as we get more into the trading week and what the possibilities are for both companies. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.